Hello children, welcome to today's English class. In the previous class, we talked about the differences between sports and games, and we have also seen the pictures of some sports personalities from India, especially women. Among those pictures, I think you remember that we have seen P.T Usha's picture also. We have seen her photo twice in the previous class. Today, we are going to read about P.T Usha, her achievements, her hard work, her talent, her endurance. Before that, let's see what we are going to learn from this session. From this session, you will be able to read and understand the text, know about P.T Usha's family and childhood, understand the meaning of new words from the text, respond to the questions on P.T Usha. Look at this picture. P.T Usha, the golden girl. I have got a video for you. Please watch the video, children. How did you like the video? Wasn't that wonderful? Did you recognize the sports person from the video? Open your textbook now. Look at the picture given. Did you recognize her? Did you identify her? Who is she? P.T Usha, the golden girl. Now, let us read the text. Paragraph 1 and 2 from your textbook. This is the first paragraph from your textbook, and this is the second paragraph. Individual reading. Children, read the text silently. Put a tick mark for those lines you have understood. Put a cross mark for those lines you haven't understood. Put a star mark for those lines you liked the most, and you can underline those words you didn't understand. Now I am going to show you a video where the children are reading individually. Watch the video.
Children, read the lesson individually. Regina, read it.
P.T Usha, India. This was the address on a letter from the Middle East. The letter was delivered by the postal department with no delivery whatsoever. This was the state of Pilavalla Tikka Parambul Usha, who was born as the second daughter of Paital and Lakshmi Amma. On 28 May 1964 in the village of Pail, Kozhikode district, Kerala.
Okay. Will you read for me?
It was November 1973 when a dedicated physical education teacher called Balakrishnan discovered Usha while conversing with a parent. His eyes were watchful, keep drifting to a group of small girls playing blind man's bluff just across the field.
Shiva, continue the paragraph.
Was there a pair of feet that were moving extraordinarily fast? Was the tiny dark girl in her blue skirt and white blouse moving like an instinctive athlete? Patient as ever, Balakrishnan waited from the game to be over. Calling the little girl, he gently inquired her, "What's your name, child?" The shy little girl hardly raised her eyes from the ground. "Usha," she whispered and added, "from class IV."
You have watched the video. You understood that children had some problems while pronouncing some words. These are new words to the children. We'll talk about those words and we'll find out the pronunciation, meaning, etc. and etc. Before that, let's see if you can answer these questions. What is the text about? What is the full name of P.T Usha? When was she born? Who are her parents? What is the name of the PET mentioned in the lesson? What sport was Usha playing? What attracted Balakrishnan towards P.T Usha while she was playing blind man's bluff? How was Usha when she was in class 4? After individual reading, children, you need to sit in groups and read. Sit in groups, discuss and share with your friends those ideas you have understood and those ideas you haven't understood. Take the help of dictionary or the glossary given here. Try to make use of the dictionary and glossary given. See the glossary here. Middle East, region in Western Asia and Northeast Africa that includes the nations on the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria and Turkey. Middle East. Look at this picture. You can see the green part. Half of the part is from Western Asia and the other part is from Northeastern Africa. Middle East, the countries include Libya, Egypt, this is Arabian Peninsula, here Iran, Iraq, you can see Syria, Jordan, here it is Lebanon and Turkey. All these belong to Western Asia. Now, let us see another word, dedicated. Dedicated means totally devoted to one work. Like for example, Mother Teresa dedicated her life to social service. blind man's bluff. Look at this picture. I think you can make it out. We have a name for it in Telugu also. Blind man's bluff, a traditional game where one player is blindfolded. Did you recognize it? Kallagantalata. Fine. The next word, extraordinary. Extraordinary means remarkable, unusual, uncommon. For example, singer S.P. Balasubramaniam has got an extraordinary talent. He can imitate actors' voices while singing. We have few more examples. Extraordinary. Look at this parrot. This parrot is green in color with a red beak. It is a ordinary parrot which we see regularly. Look at this picture. These parrots are not green in color and they don't have red beaks. They are not ordinary. They are not common. They are extraordinary. Here we have a different word, instinctive. Instinctively, naturally, not planned. For example, deer run instinctively whenever they see a tiger chasing. Deer are instinctive runners. Look at this picture. Naturally, deer can run very fast. They are not trained. Here, children, let's watch a video of a class where the children are sitting in groups and they are sharing with each other. They are talking what they have understood and what they haven't.
Read and shape.
Well, that is the video of UPS Indresham children sitting in groups, sharing and discussing with each other. I want to ask you a few questions now. What is the full name of P.T USHA? You got it? Second question for you. Who observed Usha's talent for the first time? Next question. Why did Balakrishnan wait for the game to be over? The next question. Why do you think Balakrishnan inquired about Usha? The next one. What would happen after Balakrishnan discovered Usha's talent? Children, discuss these questions with your friends in your class. Share your ideas. Ask your teacher if you have any problem with these questions. Okay? Now, let's move on. I am going to read the text P.T USHA first two paragraphs. Listen to me carefully. P.T USHA, the Golden Girl. P.T USHA, India. This was the address on a letter from the Middle East. The letter was delivered by the postal department with no delay whatsoever. This was the status of Pilavulla Kandi Tekkaparambil Usha, who was born as the second daughter of Paithal and Lakshmi Amma on 20th May 1964 in the village of Payoli, Kozhikode district, Kerala. It was November 1973 when a dedicated physical education teacher called Balakrishnan discovered Usha while conversing with a parent. His eyes, ever watchful, kept drifting to a group of small girls playing blind man's bluff just across the field. Was there a pair of feet that were moving extraordinarily fast? Was the tiny dark girl in her blue skirt and white blouse moving like an instinctive athlete? Patient as ever, Balakrishnan waited for the game to be over. Calling the little girl, he gently inquired of her, "What's your name, child?" The shy little girl hardly raised her eyes from the ground. "Usha," she whispered and added, "from class 4. Children, you have listened to me. You have seen that while reading the text, I have taken pauses at times. I have changed my voice modulation and I use some gestures also. How did you feel? Do you think they are necessary? Do you need to use all these things in your reading also? Here, I am going to show you a video where the children are reading aloud.
Kiran, read the line. P.T USHA, India. This was the address on a letter from the Middle East. The letter was delivered by the postal department on no delay whatsoever. This was the status of Pilavulakandi Tekkaparambul Usha, who was born as the second daughter of Paital and Lakshmi Amma on 20th May 1964 in the village of Pail, Kozhikode district, Kerala.
Madhu, read the second passage.
It was November 1973 when a dedicated physical education teacher called Balakrishnan discovered Usha while conversing with a parent. His eyes aware, watchful, kept diverting to a group of small girls playing blind man's block just across the field. Was there a pair of feet that were moving extraordinarily fast? Was that tiny dark girl in her blue skirt and white blouse moving like an instinctive athlete, patient has ever Balakrishnan waited for the game to be over. Calling the little girl, he gently inquired of her, "What's your name, child?" The shy little girl hardly raised her eyes from the ground. "Usha," she whispered and added, "from class 4th.
Children, you have watched the video. How did the children read? They were good, aren't they? Do you want to make any changes? Do you want to suggest something to them? It would be really very nice to read taking pauses, proper pronunciation and other things, etc. and etc. Do you want to make your reading better? Children, I am going to give you certain activities. Look here. After this session, In the remaining time, continue reading the text. Take your teacher's help wherever necessary. Find the meanings of new words with the help of a dictionary. Answer the questions asked in this session. Let us see the questions once again. What is the full name of P.T Usha? Who observed Usha's talent for the first time? Why did Balakrishnan wait for the game to be over? Why do you think Balakrishnan inquired about Usha? What would happen after Balakrishnan discovered Usha's talent? Children, do these activities after this session. Happy reading. Enjoy the class.